Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a look at the feature race at the Big A on Saturday. It is the $100,000 Franklin Square Stakes for 3-year-old filly New York breds going 6 furlongs. You can bet the Aqueduct Park on Saturday with the DRF Bets account. You won't be sorry because you get to double your action on sign up. Bet 100, get 100 at bets.drf.com. Let's meet the field of 3-year-old filly New York breds getting set to go 6 furlongs. And I think we should begin with our morning line favorite, the number 4 Forgotten Hero, who's a perfect 2 for 2 in her career. And last time out in the New York Stallion Series, she just overwhelmed the odds-on favorite Sassy Agnes going into the turn and then held that one at bay all the way down to the wire. Now, I thought that race overall was weak, but Forgotten Hero has earned 2 solid figures, both as a 2-year-old, and she's got big speed.
Yeah, those are all the things to like about her. I mean, she was a little bit of a surprise first time out, but she just buried that field. That was a pretty good performance. Last time, I wasn't quite as impressed with her second win, but she was facing better horses there. As you say, she just ran right by Sassy Agnes on the turn. Looked like she was going to win for fun. I thought she struggled a little bit at the end of that race, but she did get it done. A little bit of a layoff here. You shouldn't really worry about that. She's going to be forward in this race. We'll see if she can make the lead in here because there's speed to her inside and there's maybe a little speed to her outside.
And that's the point I wanted to ask you as we discuss the Timeform US Pace Projector, which has Forgotten Hero not only on the lead, but on a pretty clear lead. And right next door, the 3 Stones in the Road is coming off of a fairly impressive gate-to-wire win 20 days ago. This filly has been bet hard in both starts for Jeremiah Engelhardt. She has won both times by open lengths. And I realize she did sit second in her debut, but drawing inside Forgotten Hero, don't you want to put the screws to her early?
Yeah, I think you want to come out of there running. I mean, it would be a mistake, I think, if they were just going to concede the lead to Forgotten Hero here. I don't think you want to do that. This filly was really impressive first time out. She did track the pace in there. She tracked an overmatched horse in Jay's Malibu, who just, it turns out, isn't that good a horse, and she was just way better than her. Last time, to me, there are kind of 2 ways to look at that win last time because, first of all, it wasn't the strongest field in the world. And she got right to the lead and right to the gold rail in there. I think that's something that you really want to think about if you're going to go back to her in this race because she got the perfect trip in that race. No pressure on the lead, riding a gold rail. She couldn't possibly lose. But she also looked really good winning that race, too. I mean, she was ridden out in that field. I think this filly might be pretty good.
Horse on the outside, the number 6 Flush, I think whether the 3 goes or not is going to end up sitting a really nice outside tracking trip under Junior Alvarado for trainer Kieran McLaughlin. This horse showed immense improvement in her second lifetime start, but it might have been the fact that she was the only horse with prior racing experience. She caught 5 other first-time starters in that race, and she made them pay, but she's got arguably the best pedigree in this race. She's by Violence, a half to Williams kitten, a turf stakes winner, a half to Derby kitten, a graded stakes winning synthetic horse. So maybe if not here, we see her on the turf down the road.
Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, you know, based on her debut, she didn't really do any running in her debut, but she did look green in that race. The horse that won the race, Shelly Ann, is actually pretty good. I think you could just see it coming a million miles away that she was going to run a lot better second time out. It certainly helped her that she was in against basically nothing. As you say, all first-time starters. She got loose on a slow pace in there. But the race came back fast, Dan. She's perfectly drawn on the outside. I got a feeling she's going to be tough to beat in this race.
You talk about Shelly Ann. She beat the number 2 Maiden Beauty in an optional claimer last time out. It was Maiden Beauty's first start as a 3-year-old. She got pocketed a little bit on the far turn. She came to the outside. She just couldn't get to odds-on Shelly Ann in the stretch. Now, she's cutting back from a mile to 6, and I actually like that for Maiden Beauty, but she is going to need a little bit more hitting than what Timeform US projects. If that's the case, I can certainly see this horse coming late.
I agree with all that stuff. I mean, I think she will get more pace than they're projecting at Timeform, and we'll see if she can take advantage because in a lot of ways, after she pulled that upset, winning a stake in her debut on a sloppy track, she hasn't really improved from there. I mean, she ran a 65 buyer that day. 6 months later, she ran a 68 in her most recent start. You want to see more development than that, but she has had some things work against her. I mean, she's caught a bunch of slow paces in her races. If she can catch some hitting up front in this race, I think she will run at the end.
I like the work Wadidley Princess did last time out in a maiden special weight, coming from far out of it to win, although the pace did seem to work to her favor. She's bred to run about 2 miles, so I'm going to wait till she stretches out down the road. I think 6 is also a little sharp for her.
Maybe it is. We'll see what happens. She's certainly overachieved so far, though. It's interesting because when they switched her to dirt for her second start, they really bet her in there. Like, they knew that she was going to take to it, and she did. She ran an excellent race to just miss in her second start. And yeah, she didn't improve that much last time. A lot of things went her way that day. I mean, that was, again, that's the same day that Stones in the Road won that 1X allowance race. Big gold rail. She was never near the gold rail, but she had a ton of pace in front of her, and they were really going at it. And that field was staggering in front of her in the stretch. She ran him over at the end, but with a perfect trip.
Not sure if the outsider on the morning line, Quietude, can make up the requisite 6 1/4 lengths on Stones in the Road in only 20 days, but you certainly understand why Bob Robato's taking a chance to get some valuable black type. This filly's a half to a Grade 1 place sprinter and associate. She's a half to Amberjack, who is one of our favorites. So all they want to do is finish third, I think. It'd be great.
Yeah, they want to pick up a little black type. You're right. I don't think she can win this race. Second best to Stones in the Road last time. Got a great ride from that bug rider right over to the rail, rode the inside the entire way where you wanted to be. Wet track would help her a little bit. I don't think it would help her enough.
Take a look at our picks for the Franklin Square Stakes. Mike, you've been impressed with Stones in the Road, and even though she might have rode the nice rail last time out, she could be faster than Forgotten Hero early, and she's been bet both times like she's a stakes horse.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what she does. I can't say that I love her, Dan, mostly just because of the gold rail last time, but I do think she's pretty good. My real take on this race was I kind of felt like Flush was going to be the favorite. Maybe I'm wrong about that. She's not the morning line favorite. I thought she would be the favorite, though, and I didn't really want her at a short price. I'll try and beat her with Stones.
Well, it is a big hike up in class for Flush, as we discussed, but I also think the 3 and the 4 are going to be joined at some point at a key portion of the race. I think Flush will be sitting right off him and work out the trip. I think Flush will get it done. Mike's going 3-4-6-2. I'm going 6-3-4-2 in the $100,000 Franklin Square Stakes at Aqueduct. You can bet the card with the DRF Bets account. Sign up is easy at bets.drf.com. DRF Bets, ready, set, bet. Approximate post time for the Franklin Square, 4:26 Eastern on a Saturday afternoon at the Big A. Good luck.